From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
So we have an update from the National Weather Service on the confirmed tornadoes from over the weekend. We're looking at 3 tornadoes so far, an EF0 at 75-mile-per-hour maximum winds in Leslie, an EF1 at 110-mile-per-hour winds into Williamston, and another one over in Caledonia at an EF0 at 80 miles per hour. National Weather Service is still doing their surveying, and will update us and we'll update you when we come across that information. Today's highs were into the 50s across the area. Now they're back down into the 30s, and they're going to continue falling overnight tonight, and we'll even see those clear skies moving in throughout the overnight hours tonight as well. Let's take a look at what we're seeing for the rest of the night tonight. We'll see those clear skies, and we'll even see the chance for some clear skies and sunshine for the day tomorrow as well, and we'll even see our temperatures falling back down into the 20s. All the details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 11 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 11.
People are picking up the pieces after the deadly storms and tornadoes that crashed through mid-Michigan yesterday afternoon. It is our top story tonight at 11. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. Tens of thousands of people are still without power tonight as a result of yesterday's severe weather. Consumers Energy has crews working around the clock to get the lights back on. And as you just heard, the National Weather Service has confirmed 2 tornadoes touched down in Ingham County yesterday. An EF0 tornado in Leslie and an EF1 tornado north of Williamston. Wind gusts approaching 100 miles an hour in some places tore the roofs off buildings, brought down power lines, and toppled trees. One man was killed when a tree fell onto his house north of Stockbridge. A different man in Stockbridge Township had to be hospitalized when a tree limb fell on him as he was clearing debris. That man is expected to recover. And there is tragic news out of Climax Township between Battle Creek and Portage, where a tree fell on a vehicle, killing 3 children, ages 2, 4, and 11. Carter Landis spoke with the sheriff of Kalamazoo County. He's here for you now with the details.
Storms bringing extensive damage to parts of West Michigan Sunday night, with 3 young children from Branch County losing their lives in a tragic accident. According to Kalamazoo County Sheriff Richard Fuller, the family of 6 was traveling into Kalamazoo County to visit a relative when a massive tree fell on their vehicle. 2 siblings, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and an 11-year-old cousin killed in the incident.
This came very suddenly and fell right behind the driver's door and across the passenger area where all the children were seated.
The massive tree falling across East-South Avenue just off of 47th Street in Climax Township. Sheriff Fuller says the tree was too large and fell too quickly for the family to have any time to react or prepare for what happened.
Family could have not avoided this. They didn't predict that something would happen in that area at that time.
The Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety, Pavilion, and Climax Fire Departments all assisted the Sheriff's Department in responding to the scene. Sheriff Fuller also says they had their Victim Service Unit assisting with the family, as well as the Critical Incident Stress Management Team.
We're going to do everything we can to assist them getting through this tragic time.
The Sheriff's Office also says there was a 4th child in the van at the time of the incident. They were taken to the hospital in critical condition, but Fuller says their condition has improved.
And that was Carter Landis reporting tonight. A fire and possible explosion caused heavy damage to an apartment building on Detroit's west side today, sending about a dozen people, half of them children, to the hospital. Take a look at the aftermath. Emergency crews were called out to the apartment building around 4 o'clock this morning. Detroit City Executive Fire Commissioner Chuck Sims says when crews arrived, people were preparing to jump out of the windows to escape the fire. Crews deployed ladders to get them to safety, and so far no deaths have been reported. The cause of that fire is under investigation, and the Red Cross is helping the affected families find new housing. Turning now to politics, President Donald Trump is calling Wednesday Liberation Day to celebrate the 25% automotive tariffs scheduled to go into effect that day. But auto industry experts are not so happy about those tariffs, saying they are expected to increase the cost of a new car, repairs, and even insurance. President Trump said over the weekend that he, quote, couldn't care less if the tariffs raised prices because they would encourage people to buy American cars. In the meantime, he's also threatening more tariffs against our trading partners. Nicole Skanga has the details.
President Trump is preparing to announce a new round of tariffs on imports, pushing back against countries with their own tariffs on American-made products.
They're reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were.
The president is set to announce the reciprocal tariffs during a Rose Garden event on Wednesday. And that's just one part of new trade policies taking effect this week. Thursday, the U.S. begins a 25% tax on all imported vehicles and auto parts.
The numbers will be lower than what they've been charging us, and in some cases maybe substantially lower, but we sort of have a world obligation perhaps.
Trump administration officials say the new tariffs will bring in more than $6 trillion over the next decade.
It's time for reciprocity, and it's time for a president to take historic change to do what's right for the American people, and that's going to take place on Wednesday.
The president insists companies, not consumers, will be hit with the import tax hike. But in a new CBS News poll, 72% of those surveyed say the tariffs will result in higher prices in the short term. Nearly half say that will be true in the long term as well.
We've had people make very quick decisions to buy a car because they're concerned about the tariffs.
The Trump administration says the taxes are needed to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, the White House.
And staying with the White House news, President Trump clarified yesterday that he is not joking when he talks about finding a way to run for a third term in office. The 22nd Amendment to the U.S. Constitution limits presidents to just 2 terms in office, even if they are non-consecutive. But the president told NBC News in a phone interview this weekend there are methods for him to serve a third term, although he did not specify how. Changing the U.S. Constitution would require a 2/3 vote of both chambers of Congress or approval from 2/3 of state legislatures. Some pundits have suggested that Donald Trump could run for vice president in 2028 alongside a presidential candidate who would then immediately resign. Derek Mueller, an election law professor at Notre Dame, says that would violate the 12th Amendment, which says you cannot run for vice president if you're not eligible to run for president. Well, the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments today in a religious liberty case out of Wisconsin. Catholic Charities Bureau is not a church, and its day-to-day operations are charitable, not religious in nature. But the organization argued in court it should not have to pay unemployment taxes because its work is religiously motivated, and religious organizations are exempt from the tax in Wisconsin. If the Supreme Court agrees, it would open the door for other large organizations to seek similar tax exemptions like religiously affiliated hospitals. Well, eggs, quite famously, are pretty expensive right now. So some people are turning to egg substitutes like egg beaters. But tonight, some of those products are being recalled because of contamination. The recall includes some egg beaters and Bob Evans liquid egg products that are made in Lake Odessa and distributed nationwide. The recalled products may contain a cleaning solution that includes bleach. Eating them should not cause any negative health effects, but the USDA still announced this recall. You can find details about the exact products being recalled on our website, WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we're seeing some quiet conditions tonight, and we'll continue to see some quiet conditions for our Tuesday, so get outside and enjoy it. We have another round of severe weather coming in the forecast on Wednesday. I'll talk about that in just a little bit, but let's take a look at our Skyview Network cameras. We're seeing some cloudy skies slowly becoming clear across the mid-Michigan area, and we're going to continue to see very nice weather in the forecast. Right now, we're seeing quiet conditions downtown Lansing, and we're looking at temperatures 31 degrees right now after a high of 50 52 degrees and a max wind of about 30 miles per hour. Even down into Grand Ledge, we're starting to see the clouds clear out. 31 degrees still after a max wind of about 28 miles per hour and a high of 54 degrees. We're also seeing quiet conditions down in Jackson. 34 degrees right now. It's a chilly night, maybe needing an extra blanket on the bed tonight before you're heading to bed. And we're also seeing those winds around 31 miles per hour today overall. Final stop is Hillsdale. We're looking at temperatures into the 30s, 34 degrees, and we saw a max wind of about 28 miles per hour. Clouds are starting to move out of the area, and we're going to be left with some clear skies for the remainder of the night. And if you look across the area, even into Wisconsin and Illinois, that's going to move into our area, giving us some clear skies for tomorrow. Let's take a look at that on our precision cast. As we see, we're going to see clear skies, plenty of sunshine, so take an outdoor lunch, and then as we head into the afternoon and evening, clouds do increase, and we'll see the chance for some rain showers return late Tuesday into early Wednesday. You can see we might even see some snow showers starting us off, and then a warm front moves in, bringing in the chance for some freezing rain and sleet, and then again some rain showers into Wednesday morning. So we could have an issue with the Wednesday morning commute. We'll keep an eye on that, as well as keeping an eye on the severe weather threat coming up in the next couple of days. I'll talk about that one in a little bit as well. But for tonight, the remainder of tonight, we'll see those temperatures into the 20s with decreasing clouds. Tomorrow, we'll see plenty of sunshine, a little bit chilly, so you might need a light jacket or sweater as you're heading out the door tomorrow. And then as we head into Wednesday, that's when our severe threat really kicks off. We have that warm front moving through, and then after that, we could see pockets of storms moving in throughout the morning and even into the afternoon and evening. That could bring another round of some severe weather, anything with gusty winds, large hail, and yes, even the chance for a tornado as well. So we stay weather aware over the next couple of days. We still have this enhanced risk, or that yellow or orange color, which is that 3 out of 5 risk for that severe weather for across the area. So just stay weather aware. Again, temperatures return to the 60s, 50s for Thursday, and then back into the 50s for the rest of the week and into the weekend as well.
Well, good. Tuesdays and Thursdays looking real nice.
Honestly, it does. And I'm excited to see the sunshine.
And the 60s. All right. Thanks, Kels. Well, the White House is frustrated with both Russia and Ukraine as ceasefire negotiations show little progress. We'll bring you the very latest on that next. Keep it right here. 6 News at 11. We'll be right back.